Hello, and this is High Voltage. Today I'm going to take you through the character creation for the Asura and just the bit of the starting area, playing as a Necromancer as well. A couple of skills, a bit of advice on how to start the game really. Obviously you see the latest beta, the Asura and Safari were added in, so there's more than enough videos around for the Norn, Char and Human, and I can post some links for those if any of you guys want to see that. But we'll stick with the Azuras at the moment. Again, they're a lot of more of like an intelligent race. Used to live underground until the destroyers made them come up into the real world and obviously started interacting with the other races in the game. This is the first screen you come to. Basically, the main part of the game, select your profession. So you've got your Elementalist, your warrior there wearing heavy armor, melee weapons, your guardian, again heavy armor, melee weapons and a couple of ranged ones as well. Your engineer, again lots of gadgets with that class. Your ranger, obviously a pet class there. Necromancer, I'll go into a bit more detail about their specific skills later. Thief, and obviously the Mesmer there, again another light armoured class there. So we're going to stick with the Mesmer purely because I think they look awesome. So I'm just going to go through a couple of options of the character creation screen. You can toggle the lighting off, toggle the armour on and off, and again zoom in and out, same as you could for many others. And those used to playing the first Guild Wars is extremely similar to that. You can increase the height, decrease the height, and obviously get onto the physique of them, change and make them a bit bulkier, a bit smaller, a bit fatter, depending on how you want to play it. Especially with the Norns and that, you can kind of highlight their muscles or kind of let it be. And again, on the Azores, change their skin colour, same with all the other classes. And it's just finding a combination that you like really. So there's quite a few options there. I'm not sure if they're going to add any more for when the game goes live. I hope they do, but there's more than enough options there to get a bit of diversity within the player range on how everyone looks. Head option, again exactly the same as it was in Guild Wars 1. You just get to pick from hair options. You get to pick from a certain selection of styles. Again, hopefully they do add more. There's only 6 for these, or things like the humans and extra do have more. So hopefully there's going to be a few more to come. And again, with your faces, you just get to pick through them, cycle through, and see what ones you like there. They do have the face details, a lot of adjustments you can make, eyebrows, eyelid, the iris size, it's all, there's a lot of them there for your eyes, your nose, chin, mouth, etc. So you can customize a lot basically, so the face that you do pick you can mess around with. It's not a determined face like the first Guild Wars. Once you picked it you couldn't change it at all, whereas this one you can pick a kind of base outline to go from and then start messing around with the sliders and make it look a bit different. And obviously you get to select the armour as well, the colour of the armour for your noob armour, so to speak. So we'll just go with a couple of brown and beige colours. And then we can jump into the game. There we go. Excellent. So the next step is to pick your storyline. Basically, they ask you a set of questions. You have to go through and determine what you want to pick, and it does affect the starting sequence of your story with Interior. And you can see these options here have a direct effect on how you look as well. This is a particularly just a class-based one. Here you have kind of your chat options. You can have charm, dignity and ferocity. Depending on what one you pick, you start off with a couple of points within that area. And throughout the game you have certain conversation with NPCs where you can choose to charm them, or use your ferocity or your dignity to get different outcomes on social skills. Basically they change as you go through the game. And now we get to the race part of the questions. These are all different for every class, every race. Sorry. With the Azurans, it's about what colleges you study at, what profession are you going to be focusing on at the beginning of your game. And again, the invention as well. What invention have you made within that college? And you'll find that this has a massive impact on your game as well. All these little things kind of produce the opening few levels of your experience. And again, you get to pick your advisor who taught you everything you know. And obviously Blip from the novels there, if you read any of those. Okay, then we get to the character creation screen. I'll pop that in and I'll let you watch the intro movie.
I am Asura. I personify genius. My ancestors were driven from the heart of the earth, forced to live in this bright, wide world. Of course, we've excelled. We exceed expectations in everything we do. With Golem and Gate and Arcane Crystal, we have asserted our supremacy in this land and made it our own. We will not move another inch. Not for dragons, not for anyone. By studying the eternal alchemy, we can see that all things are connected. I am a scholar of interconnectivity and relationships. I belong to the College of Synergetics. Synergetics crews delve into the nature of fundamental coherence that many overlook and few exploit. My success positively impacts my crew, who then gratefully assist me, and I succeed even more brilliantly. Reciprocity. I've just been informed that defective golems, not mine of course, are causing havoc out in the jungle. Whatever the imbeciles outside the city have broken, I'll fix, and make my name doing so. In time, I will map the fabric of connectivity that weaves us all together. This is my story.
Okay, so that was the opening sequence, and you can see the factors there that we picked at the beginning that had an effect on what kind of story he told. So this is the start-off area. We're just going to go chat to a couple of the NPCs, and this is the map that you start in. You don't start in Ratasum straight off. You start in an area near it, and that's the kind of next area that you move to. And here's the map, and you can see it is quite a big map. There's a lot of stuff there to explore. So I'm just going to run up to an NPC over here, and we'll get into a bit of dialogue with them. Let you listen to that.
It's pure chaos out here. Unacceptable. What's going on?
Just what it looks like. These golems have gone mad. Zoja suspects someone tampered with them. And by someone, she means the inquest.
Zoja's rarely wrong. Don't tell her I said rarely, by the way. If it is the inquest, she's going to need help. Where can I find her?
At the malfunctioning gate that's spitting out these deranged golems. She claims she could feel them on the other side of the gate laughing at us.
Not for long. I'm going to help Zoja shut down the problem at its source. Thanks for the information.
So that's the kind of art style you're going to get with the videos. A lot of them are voiced, and it does give you a nice insight into the game. I do like the art style, and they've promised more things as you go through the game as well. You can see here only one skill's actually able to be used at the moment. While using those in the starting area, you actually unlock the second and third skills, etc., and you can see it slowly kind of going up there. So it's always worth doing that a couple of times to get your skills up. And this is the Necromancer's F1 skill. Basically you go into a shadow form, you take reduced damage, you've got a different set of skills there. It's kind of a good idea to leave it for last stand. I think so when you're on low health you can pop into that, and it can 9 times out of 10 save you. Obviously there's other applications for it as well, but I just find for me personally it's a good idea when I'm on low health. If you go into that stand you can take reduced damage and it's a lot easier to survive. So we've killed a couple of the golems there, and you can see I've unlocked my second skill. We don't have a 4 and 5 skill at the moment, purely because I'm only wielding the one offhand weapon. So we'll wait until we unlock some other weapons and we can get a full skill bar. And the utility skills come with levels as well. As you level up you get skill points from certain areas in the game. Either doing a jumping puzzle or doing a certain task, you'll get a skill point, and you can then spend that on whatever skills you want. So we had to defend the gate here. I've literally just got there as the event finished. And then through this gate we'll fight our first big world boss. There's a few people here, so it should be a good boss fight. A lot of the dynamic events scale. So if there's one person there, you should be able to do the dynamic event. It'll just be quite easy, or easier. Whereas if there's a couple of people here, like it looks like about 10 people or so, it should scale to make it harder. So it's not going to be too easy for the 10 people. So again, as it's a noob area, it is quite easy. I think they just want you to kind of learn the mechanics of the game. You've only at this point got 1 or 2 skills, so it's not a massive range of things that you can really do. There's no like support, tank or healing. It's just a matter of hitting them as hard as you can and getting them down. We've got our heal skill there. It summons a minion for us, and we can destroy him to gain a bit of health. And you can see I've gone into the shadow mode here, and again we've only have 1 skill, so just pop in there a couple of times and just trying to take down all the mobs that are attacking really. And I see our health's going down here, so we summon our healing pet, and then we can sacrifice him to get some health back. There we go, and we're nearly at full health again, so it's probably a good idea to try and keep them out as long as you need, and then as soon as you're at low health you can just pop them down. We've unlocked our third skill as well. It's an AoE, it affects everyone in the area. It's got quite a long cooldown compared to the other skills, but it is helpful if you're getting attacked by a lot of people at once. And you can see the NPCs have activated these golems, so again they're obviously a lot tougher, so it's a good idea to take them out as quickly as you can as well. Half health, heal up, and then get the heal off, go into shadow mode so you take reduced damage, and that bar slowly goes down as you're in shadow mode, and when you're out of it, it regenerates back up again. So it's a timed effect basically. We can get out of it, and you can see there it slowly starts to increase when I hit enemies, kill enemies, it slowly goes up. And again we get an experience for completing that little section of the event, and obviously enemy kills.
Looks like the guest of honor has arrived. Let's take it down.
So these are the kind of boss fights that I've seen in the game anyway. They tend to do quite a lot of area effect damage, smash their claws down, throw things out at you like this, get in the way of it, it's going to push you back. And they tend to have a couple of points of weakness on them that you can select, i.e. the arms, the body, the head, and assume that if you take the arms out, it reduces the amount of damage they do because they have one less hand to hit with, and obviously the body takes more damage, but the head, sorry, takes more damage, but it will get them down faster. So as a ranged class, it's quite easy to sit back, throw at them. It's better to stay a little bit to the side of them. They tend to direct quite a lot of their attacks to the front at the moment. I'm sure there'll be ones later on that do full AoEs. But you can see it's not too hard. There's a lot of us here. I don't believe anyone's died, and as it is a noob area, it's relatively easy to take down. It's just a nice taster of the kind of battles you can expect later on in the game. And that's the opening bit. We'll move to the new area now. Basically, this is where you start doing your heart quests, your explorable zones, etc.
Hey, it's you again. I see you survived with your epidermis intact.
Of course. It takes more than a giant rampaging inquest golem to get the better of me.
Modest, too. Well, you've earned a dash of praise, if you ask me. The crews around the city would kill for the assistance of an inventor with your talents. You should ask around. Make yourself invaluable.
Not a bad idea. Thanks.
And there we go, moves you along to the story. When you complete missions, you get to select normally a couple of weapons or items anyway, and we can see that we've got a focus there. So if you press I, go into our inventory, we can put the focus on, and you see the number of 4 and 5 skills show back up. So as when we hit a couple more mobs, kill a couple more mobs, we should be able to unlock those, and that's our first complete weapon skill set there. That was the opening area for the Asura. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask, and if you like, please like and subscribe, and we'll get more videos as soon as possible, and there'll be more coming when the game goes live. There's a couple of PvP videos on our channel as well, so please watch and have fun. Thank you.